We went to Toronto Comic Con 2026, which was on what date was it? We went on Friday, which was the 20th of March, and recorded ourselves walking around.
with a body cam,
Yeah, we had a
which
fun.
I just now I realized that it uses fisheye lens to
Oh,
show more. Do you see that?
mm-hmm.
It's all distorted on the sides, but not in the middle of the footage.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to cut out this first portion because the camera moved too much.
No, that's okay.
No, it's not okay. People are gonna think it's like that the whole video. We have to start from here.
Okay.
So, yeah, entering into Toronto Comic Con 2026. It is Friday, March the 20th.
It was.
It was yesterday.
We're doing commentary. It's like a Japanese program where
Yeah.
there are people who are watching the show and commentating on it afterwards.
Yeah, but then we need someone else to comment on our commenting.
Maybe we should do it twice. We'll do it once now, and then we'll film it again after I edit. And let's
And
do it.
and we
It's
talk
gonna be
and you know
fun.
what we'll do? We'll talk about how we're commenting on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
It's
like a
gonna be.
commentary of the commentary. That's yeah, meta
Yeah,
or
it's too much work though.
endless loop.
I don't know if I. It's too much.
There's this joke, I don't remember where I first heard it. It's a really old joke about programmers. They find a programmer dead in his shower and they try to understand what happened. And they realized he was holding the shampoo bottle and they looked at the instructions and it said wash with shampoo, rinse, repeat.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then it was
It's
just
an
like an
endless
endless
loop.
loop. Yeah.
This is us trying to activate the badge. So it's very interesting for people to see
You know what
because
my
there's
thought,
a lot of things happening
can
here.
you guess what my thought process was when I found out that we have to activate it?
You were probably angry or
I wouldn't say angry,
probably
but annoyed, yeah, for sure. But what do you think what my actual thought was?
why do we have to do that? Why
Yeah.
didn't they do it
Y-
in advance
Right.
before?
So I thought almost literally what you said. I thought, do I work here?
Hmm.
Why do I have to? When you ordered the tickets, you probably already entered all of your details, right?
Yeah,
Why do we have to enter all of them again? It was like name, surname, telephone number, email,
yeah. I don't know why.
confirmations, and clicking boxes.
I
And
think this is gonna turn out to be a critique video about Toronto Comic Con.
no, it just starts that way. It might also continue that way and end that way,
Yeah,
but I mean, we're probably gonna have positive things to say about it as well.
just a few, like
Yeah.
1%
The
of.
first positive thing I'll say is that it was really easy to get there from where we are. We just walked. It took us about 20 minutes,
Yeah,
which was
because
nice.
okay,
That,
but
if I'm
that's
talking,
not an actual positive thing to
it
say.
is though. I'm talking about our experience. Like we
Okay.
didn't have to take public transport or anything. It was a little rainy that day yesterday, but it wasn't like raining cats and dogs or anything. It was not very cold. I'd say it was pretty crowded, especially in the.
Yeah, but I don't think it's crowded compared to other cons that we've been to.
I don't know. It was
Less.
pretty.
It took
Remember?
us, I think it took us maybe just a few minutes to get inside, and there was a line outside, but it
Yeah.
wasn't, it was a long line, but it went out very, very fast.
What
So
time did we reach the con? Do you remember? Was
I
it
think
like
10,
11
10
or?
or 11.
I think it was
No,
around 11
11, yeah,
a.m.
11.
Yeah. And there was a really long line outside, but every few minutes they let in around 30 people. So I think we only ended up waiting like 5 or 6 minutes.
Didn't
Not
wait at
even.
all. I don't think we waited at all. It was only just slow walking. People are walking slowly sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's considered very crowded for a Comic Con. It's not the biggest show there is. I don't know the amount of people who were there
Yeah.
on Friday, but I don't think it's a lot of people. Even though it feels crowded at some points, like at specific locations inside the con itself,
Mm-hmm.
because the layout is a bit more dense. But at most
Yeah.
places, here, for example,
No, no,
I
no.
don't think
Yeah,
it
the
seems
big
very.
passageways, like the main arteries were pretty wide and it was okay. But then in the sort of nooks and crannies, the small little passages, it was
Here's Chainsaw
too,
Man. You see?
yeah, chainsaw. And you also turned around and looked at it.
I wonder what I'm saying here. I don't think I'm saying anything interesting, but so I was thinking about the fact that 90% of the it's the again we I keep on the critique line of
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
this video. So I called it recognition porn.
What is that?
It's the fact that 90% of the show itself, any Comic Cons, not just this one, it's people saying, "Hey, here's Tanjiro.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
here's
exactly.
Superman. Oh, hey, here's
Yeah.
whatever." So I call it recognition porn.
Yes. Okay.
I feel like it's like maybe less than 90% of the convention, but it's a lot.
It's like Where's Waldo, but except for it's not Waldo, it's everyone.
Yeah, and
Where's
you're
everyone?
where not worse, you see them everywhere
Yeah, they
on
just pop up in
everything.
front of you.
It's like Tanjiro on a cup, Tanjiro on a towel,
And you also hear people
Superman on
say, "Oh
a.
my God, look, it's whatever
Oh my
blank.
God! Yeah, look, it's
Look, it's," and then a
One
name that
Piece.
I've never heard of before because there's so many manga and anime that even if you're really into it, you're not going to be able to know what every single
And the
character.
funny thing is that they know that people do the hell. Look at this! It's Superman. So they try to make all of their, I guess, in a more legal way, they call it licensing,
Okay.
which is paying for the creator money to be able to print the thing on stuff.
Yeah.
So it's basically 90% is licensing, or if you want to call it in a more interesting way, you can call it recognition porn.
This is, I think, the first stall I stopped at. By the way,
With the tiny swords.
I didn't end up buying anything. You got a few books, right?
Yeah, I think I just bought one book from the Raid uh,
Stall,
stall
table.
and one book from there's a vendor that sells art books, so I bought two art books
Is so
from them.
good. I don't remember what the name of the vendor is, but they were also in Baltimore.
Are you sure it's the same
I'm
one?
sure it's the same one. Yeah, they were also in Baltimore. Most of their books are the art of, and then
I
insert
think,
video game
yeah,
or movie or
I think all of the books there
so,
were
and
art books.
really good ones too. Some
Yeah,
of
I
them are
bought.
vintage.
Yeah, we can talk about it when we get there because we didn't film there, did we?
I'm not
I don't think
sure,
we filmed
maybe.
there.
Maybe the video file by that point I think the camera was full, the storage was full.
Yeah.
I was looking at the swords because I've been getting really deep into Gundam model making, the mecha suits. So, and they always have bazookas, cannons, rifles, but not,
Never katana.
well, not never, but almost never do they have
I think
swords.
in what's the name of the
Evangelion.
Evangelion? They have swords, but
It's like
not.
staff. It's a staff more than it is a sword,
No,
I
I think
think.
they have real like
Oh yeah, they do.
swords,
Yeah.
but the swords look more like medieval swords,
Yeah.
like the He-Man sword.
Yeah.
less and less Japanese style, less katana style. What's this? Oh, we're trying to
Ooh,
activate the DJI, the
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
microphones,
Which
even though
we're
we
using now, by the way, right here. Um,
not sponsored by them.
Not sponsored, but I mean they do a pretty good job.
I don't have anything else to compare it with, so maybe.
No, I mean not comparatively. Does it do what you expect it to do?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, if it gets the job done,
Um, I guess so, yeah.
you have a BMO pin on your
Yeah, which I
backpack
used to block my name on the backpack
because you
because
don't necessarily want people
I
to know who
yeah, I
you
don't
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer when I just walk outside, I prefer for people to not recognize me. I don't know if it's crazy or not. I don't think
No,
it's
I don't think
crazy.
it's crazy. You just want to enjoy the anonymity.
Yeah, but I do have a backpack with my art printed on it.
Hmm.
I think
But
it's
most
from
people wouldn't know what that is.
no, maybe I think it's a print of the X-Men commission I've done. So
Yeah.
people might recognize X-Men. And
Yes.
again
Yeah.
with the recognition porn,
Oh,
which
look,
is
it's an X-Men backpack.
yeah, but I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to when I do commissions of known characters like X-Men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I try to make them my own. I even try very hard for people uh, to have like difficulties figuring out who's the character, but still be able to recognize the character.
Huh, Blueface. Yeah, there was a lot of cosplay, more than I thought that there was going to be. I didn't expect so many people to come as characters at this show. I don't know why.
Do you think I should put the video of us in the corner
Of
in the entire
course. Yeah,
yeah
yeah, yeah.
for the entire video
Yeah,
or
why
just
not? You
once in a
just make
while?
it small and put it in the
We
corner.
can I can do like an AI animation of the two old guys from the Muppets. That
No,
no,
that's very niche and weird. I don't
okay.
know that I want to be one of the
I
Muppets.
don't know if any of my followers know what that
What
is.
the Muppets are?
What's
Yeah.
this? Oh, that did you see the cosplay with the scissors? Isn't it from Kill la Kill? Where she has like two
Maybe, yeah. Is that the one where
scissors.
it's like fashion? They create garments that take over their bodies or something?
No, I think it's the one that she has. Oh yeah, yeah, it's
You know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah,
Like the garments are somehow
they have.
sentient
Yeah.
and they envelop the wearer, and if you're strong
Mm-hmm.
enough, then you're able to wield the
Mm-hmm.
garment or something,
Yes.
which is, I mean, I guess it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this earlier where I feel like there's only a few tropes, and 95% of the anime follows those few tropes.
Okay.
And it feels like it's a horse that's been beaten to death already. And I'm
Um.
ready for new ideas. But when the new ideas do come,
Even though JoJo's, for example, doesn't fit
yeah,
any of
no,
the
JoJo's
tropes.
is its own beast for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a new Netflix show.
Yeah.
Uh, it was very bizarre.
Which one?
The one that we saw yesterday. JoJo's
Bastard? No. Oh,
the
JoJo's. Oh, the
ball
JoJo's Netflix.
steel ball something.
Steel Ball Run. Yeah. So cool.
Oh, that's the other book I bought at the art books vendor.
I should have gotten a Ninja
The
Turtle. They had like vintage Ninja Turtles because I have the Krang with its suit, with the brain from the Ninja Turtles with the suit,
Mhm.
the like mannequin the
Did
puppet that he.
did you get it from somebody or
What do you mean?
somebody bought it for you or
No, no,
was it
I ordered it online and it's really high quality. The material is good. It's not like this shiny, crappy plastic, which is also something that we were talking about yesterday.
shiny crappy people?
There's a type of plastic that is used in swords, props, toys, which is like very thin, shiny plastic that has a very basic specular shine to
Yeah,
it.
I think you were talking about it right here, maybe.
Yeah,
When you were trying to show me something that,
yeah.
but I think I know what you're talking
And
about.
it's just, it's sort of like, I'm pretty sure that in the audience, someone who listens to this will know what I'm talking about. The other corollary to that is like silver zippers. I
Okay,
can't abide by a silver zipper.
why?
I don't have time for cheap
It's just
looking.
no, it's just uncoated metal.
I asked my aunt about it. She's a personal shopper. She works at a really big, sort of high-end fashion department store, and she's been doing it for many decades. And I asked her, is it me? Is it just me, or do silver zippers give a feeling of like cheap? And she said, no, it's not just you. It's true.
Okay,
There is such a thing
but
where
it
it's the
shows the
most basic.
it shows the truth of the material. It's without
Well,
it's the metal without any
I
coatings.
prefer plastic zippers to metal if it's silver. If it's like a shiny, bright silver zipper, I can't. And the same with the plastic. Like most of these figurines are not made out of cheap plastic. They have a matte look to them, which I really like. And it's also, it photographs better that way when it's matte. It's notoriously hard to take video or photos of metallic toys or props and make them look good. It's harder than a matte surface.
Because you see all the reflections,
Yeah, you
but
see the reflections and sometimes there's glare and you don't really get a feel for the surface.
I don't remember any of this stuff.
You don't?
Yeah, I think most of the stuff that were that was in the middle of the floor
Mm.
was like this, like random toys and
Yeah, I
gadgets
think we
and
stopped to get gum here, maybe.
oh yeah.
Pretty sure like
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
bought
Oh,
a bubble soda
the bubble
kind of
soda was here.
thing
Yeah.
and yeah. It's funny that the first thing that we is it the first thing we bought there
I think so.
was soda, like pop cans and a
Soda,
flake chocolate.
warm soda,
Yeah, warm soda and
because they didn't have refrigerator
a
there.
yeah, and one bar of
Everything was
chocolate
warm.
and like what we thought was going to be chewing gum and it ended up being taffy, Japanese taffy.
hmm I've never seen at a con people sell like candy with like as a vendor. They usually have a different like there's a food area. So
Yeah.
here it was just one of the vendors in the
That
middle of
this
the show
person was
floor.
interesting. He was like, I don't even know how he picked out that flat plate that was in between boxes on the top shelf,
hmm
but he somehow saw, I guess, like the edge of it. He
hmm
was like, I want to see that. And then he gave it to him and he had a look at it. And it was like, I think maybe the Beatles or some sort of band members, but it was a vintage lacquer plate.
How did we see that?
I don't know. And
Is
I,
it like a vintage looking or a
no, no,
real
no. I think it was a
vintage?
real vintage. This place had really vintage old toys.
Actually, that bubble tea was nice.
Yeah.
The bubbles were like a bit too soft. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I think they were going for melt in your mouth type of,
Yeah.
but it's a fine line definitely. Melt in your mouth can feel creepy if
Yeah.
it if the mouth feel is off.
And also it was warm, so I think that's the actual problem.
Yeah.
They didn't. It, I don't think they have an option to make it cold because you need what?
I like the fact that like I started walking and the edge of the can was in
It's
frame.
yeah, it's like
It's like,
it's like a game,
yeah, I'm
like
wielding my can.
POV of a
You put away the rifle
thing.
and you take out the pop can.
Hmm. Maybe they should. I actually saw a computer game about climbing, not the one that we saw, which is more action. The what's the name of the game? There was a game about climbing that was like in a dystopian world, but there's another game where you just climb. You're just in a regular
Cairn
mountain. Kern, yeah,
or
Kern,
Kern or
Kern,
Cairn or something.
Karen, yeah, Karen.
Cairn. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
I don't know,
okay.
maybe it's like pronounced
Yeah,
Cairn.
but other than that, there is another one which is just you're just climbing
Hmm.
in like a regular gym or at a regular mountain.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like doing a game that you do just regular stuff. They can do a game that you walk in a comic convention and just drink soda.
Yeah. Which is sort of what we did.
Yeah,
IRL.
but in a computer game.
So yeah, this sort of like digitizing everything is, I think it's a fad that's gonna, so there's always gonna be that type of
You see my face here. It's a little bit disgust and a little bit satisfied
interest.
from yeah.
Yeah.
It's from the bubbles. The bubbles were
And I
definitely weird.
at first I couldn't tell. Well, first of all, it was like branded with Hello Kitty,
Yeah,
which
I like
was
that. Yeah,
which was cute, kawaii. But secondly,
kawaii.
kawa
Am I right like this?
kawaii, kawaii. Anyway, but you kept on talking about the bubble, like the little
Yeah,
spheres
I
inside.
can still feel the way they popped
But
in
at
my
first,
mouth,
I was
which is
drinking it and
it
I
was
wasn't
weird.
getting any of them. I didn't know where
Yeah, they
they
were
had
in the
pearls, like
bottom, only
spherical
in the
pearls.
bottom of the
But
can.
how did you get them in the first swigs?
I don't know. Some of them
And I was
maybe
like
floated.
trying to aggressively drink it to try to see what you were talking about. But only when I drank more than half of it. I think I was like 2/3 of the way even in. And then I got my first sphere and I was
Yeah,
like,
it actually looks like Doom or like first person game.
yeah.
It's fun.
It was
I
supposed to be grape
I want
flavored.
I want the next part to be you punching people with a can somehow.
That's pretty violent. We'll say play punching, pretend
Just
punching.
just to be on the theme of the computer game, the first
It
person
looks like
shooter.
I applied
Oh, what happened to
nail
this guy?
polish, but I didn't. I was spray painting um, a day before that, and some of it, the blue, sort of like sky blue, was left on my fingernail. What I was spray painting was the base of, for whoever tuned in to, I think, the previous video, our introduction. We usually show books in the introduction, but I showed the Geno sculpture from your upcoming book,
Hmm.
Razor Gray. He's the
Yeah.
main character. And because there's this sort of like icy environment in the book, I was making.
Oh, here you were
Oh
trying
yeah.
to show me the
Okay,
plastic.
wait. I think the next thing I pick up, or the next thing I point to, is
You were trying to show me the cheap
cheap
plastic
plastic.
here.
Yeah.
But I know what cheap plastic is. It's not something that I didn't see before.
I think most people don't. If you're not in design or manufacturing, or
No, I think
if you
most
don't
people
sell,
recognize cheap stuff
even
as
if they
opposed
don't
to,
know, even if they can't like
yeah,
articulate what, but
yeah, they
they
feel it.
still,
They have a
because they
feeling.
have experience with objects, basically.
Yeah, everybody. We basically have plastic in our blood system, so
Everywhere in our body, lungs, blood,
yeah,
brain, even I think I read
yeah, brain,
somewhere, even
yeah,
in like, I don't know how it crosses the blood-brain barrier.
microplastic. I think it gets there like when the brain is materializing when you're very, very young,
Oh,
and it stays there.
okay, that's morbid.
That why?
because I don't think that's a good thing
Okay.
to have happen. Maybe
Maybe
as a society,
maybe it is a good thing. Like you're always saying about the fact that everything that happens to people that is a mistake,
is
like
experimental.
yeah, is always goes to a bad outcome, as opposed to in comic books, for example, where
People get
people
superpowers.
superpowers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a superpower to
Yeah,
have
I keep
plastic in the
saying, like,
brain.
why is there no disease that gives you a benefit?
Yeah. Do humans
There's
uh,
an answer to that, by the way.
do humans dream of plastic ships? No.
What are you saying to me?
I'm
Don't
trying.
ever say that to me again.
It was a paraphrase of do androids
Yeah, I got
dream?
that part, but I was like confused.
I'm confused. Well,
Hello, kitty. I was like, okay, let's just take a picture of the
I don't
she
think you were very conscientious about the camera angle, were you?
I was,
The-
yeah. I was
yeah.
extremely
Oh,
conscientious about
really?
the camera
Because it
angle.
looks very good.
You
It actually it doesn't have any movement
I
almost
was
at all.
trying to be, because when I normally walk, I'm a very bouncy person.
Hmm.
When I just walk in a straight line, my head goes, you probably have noticed this. You've known
Yeah.
me for 12 years. My head is like bouncy, bouncy, up and downy. And the reason is like my left leg is a bit shorter than my right leg, which is something that most people have that sort of difference and they don't notice it. And that's why I keep bouncing up and down.
Are you sure that's? I don't think that's the
Yeah,
reason. Everybody has a slight imbalance in the
yeah,
leg
it's
length.
the reason.
I don't think it's the reason.
I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, but I do bounce up and down, and I was trying not to do that as much.
I think that the camera has a stabilizer because if it
Mhm.
doesn't have one, you probably need to walk very straight without moving at all.
Not only did I attempt to walk very straight without like turning abruptly too much, I also, you'll see in a bit that I at some points grabbed the camera and like tilted it to show things that were on the tables.
Oh yeah.
And I also tilted it to show cosplayers quite a bit. But yeah, when we get to the artist alley area at the back there that we're walking towards, I started tilting the camera towards the table every once in a
I'm
while.
sure the camera has a stabilizer. Maybe it's not a mechanical stabilizer, it's a digital
This
stabilizer.
is the point where I felt it was too crowded. Yeah, you can tell. I,
Yeah, I
I
but
try to give people
I don't think it
their,
was too crowded. I think it just the layout is very like small. The pathway is very narrow here.
yeah,
So a
yeah,
lot of people are walking
yeah.
in the same
I try to
small space.
always respect people's personal space, and I guess mistakenly expect them to also respect my personal
No, I think
space.
most of the people do
Most
respect.
do, but when they
It's
don't,
not that
it's glaring.
yeah, but it's not on purpose.
No, I'm not
It's
saying,
like they don't
yeah.
give a lot of attention to the surroundings
Even though I
sometimes,
find
and
that Canadians are way more respectful of your personal space and boundaries than other countries.
I don't see any difference,
No. Because
especially
like
at
in
Comic
India,
Con.
for instance, there was no
No,
such thing as
I'm not
personal
talking about
space.
like India. I'm talking
And
about the Comic Cons that we've been to,
yeah,
which are mostly in North America. I think this was actually the first one in Canada that
that we went
we
to, yeah, for sure.
it was exactly the same.
It was the same. Yeah, there is a
Did you
point.
feel any difference
No,
with
well, maybe a slight difference, but I think once you enter a con, you switch into a different sort of mindset. You go, okay, it's inevitable. People are going to bump into me. Some people are going to step on my shoes.
yeah.
And just try to chillax.
Yeah, and it's not on purpose.
It's
People,
not on purpose,
it's
no.
just too packed
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then people just become more
But I
patient.
also think that the people that go to Comic Cons aren't like accurate slice of the entire population.
No, definitely
So
not.
they are maybe more similar in
They don't
other
represent
countries.
the average person.
Yeah, it's
Definitely not. Yeah.
maybe it's people that are mostly they're more attuned to their
I
surroundings.
would think so. I would tend to agree with that.
I've never been to a con in India. Maybe it's
Oof,
also
that
the.
sounds
Do you think?
rough.
I think it's the same. It might. I think it might be the same.
I don't know.
Riding public transportation in India is different for sure. But
Yeah.
maybe going to. I've been to a convention in the UAE in
United Air,
Abu Dhabi,
yeah.
and it was the same.
It
It
was
was
this
yeah, exactly the same
as where?
as this.
Because I think the United Arab Emirates is pretty Western in a
No,
lot of respects.
no, it's not.
I mean,
It's
like
not.
the infrastructure, architecture,
Architecture.
architecture. That's an amalgamation.
I think that the architecture is definitely they try to um, hire a lot of international architects there, and they have a lot of money, so they can do that, and they can
Apex Twin.
invest a lot of money. Where?
She was wearing a sweatshirt.
Oh, you. I think we saw Daft Punk
Yeah, I saw two Daft
cosplay,
Punks.
but I don't think I saw the complete outfit. I wonder if we'll be able to see it here.
For whoever's watching, this is a challenge. If you have time and patience, or you're just interested in doing so, you can go through this video.
Oh,
There's
oh my
one.
God.
Okay, so
It's the first time I didn't see
so
it
there is
there.
one previous Daft Punk in this video at some point. I'm pretty sure I caught it, and it was a better helmet. It was still like that's what got me thinking about the cheap plastic.
It's funny that I just talked about it now, but I didn't see it here.
No, but
And
you're
I
in your
didn't see
sub.
it there as
No, you
well.
saw the second one. You didn't see the first one.
I didn't see the second
You
one.
did.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I maybe just had a glimpse of it
This was
when
pretty
it
cool. Did you
the
see Star
stormtroopers.
Wars? Yeah,
Yeah, I saw them.
it's so cool. I think I turn around maybe in a bit to show them again. Oh yeah, we walk that way and then we turn around and we walk back and then I point my camera
At the Star
at the Star
Wars.
Wars cosplayers. Yeah. Yeah, this is where we turn back because you were like, okay, we reached the end, nothing to see down there. And I go, all right. And
We turn
I
around,
think we do.
even though this is here the end of the Artist Alley row, right?
Yeah.
And there were people waiting in line for something here.
Hmm.
I think it was
Yeah.
something. I didn't see here any of the publishers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Not even one.
That's something that is a bit disappointing about this convention specifically. I didn't see any publisher. Maybe only the small.
Did you see the Stormtrooper Joker?
No.
So like 10 seconds ago in the video, you catch a glimpse of someone walking past us, and it's
Okay.
a Stormtrooper, but with the Joker coat, and I think he did like the red lipstick on top of the helmet.
Yeah, I
And
prefer it for when people are they do something that is not just the character
oh,
itself, but
here they are.
something that is for like this, for example, where the stormtrooper is pink,
Yeah.
and it's something that they designed it. I'm sure they designed it themselves, and it's like a.
Do you think?
I think so.
I think this is where I stop and turn around in order to catch them. No, did I not? Wow. It's crazy how your memory of an event
It's
is
different
so
than.
different than what
Oh,
actually
here's
happened.
the guy from Jurassic Park.
Which
Just
one?
the just past us. Yeah. I I was pretty disappointed that I didn't see any of the publishers. Like I don't know, even I didn't see Marvel or DC. They can probably like do a small table at a con like this, right?
Yeah, but I guess so.
Marvel, DC, even I don't know, Dark Horse, Image, some of the like bigger indie publishers.
But that's the thing. So each con has its own, over time, it develops its own sort of niche direction that it goes in. And I guess Toronto Comic Con has probably sort of veered in this direction where the publishers don't see it as a show that they should be
Yeah, I think
attending.
it's because it's the winter show, so it's less crowded and less people go.
Hmm,
And I think it's the same company that owns Fan Expo Canada.
right.
It's Fan Expo basically,
Not
but
just Canada, yeah.
yeah, it's called Toronto Comic Con. So they have this show which is in March, which is in the winter, and then they have a summer show which is supposed to be bigger, but we've never been there. We're gonna be there. I'm sure we're gonna be. I don't know if I'll have a table there, but we'll probably be visiting
Right.
because it's so
And that
close
one is
to
called Fan Expo.
Fan Expo Canada.
Is it in the summer, did you say? Or
Yeah, I think it's June or
oh, yeah.
July or
We ain't gonna be bringing coats that day.
oh
I can
yeah,
tell you that much.
yeah.
The AC's probably gonna have to be
Yeah,
on.
it was pretty cold outside that day. I think it was around 0 degrees, but we took light coats, like light jackets, and it was a good decision because
Yeah, we were
otherwise,
walking.
yeah,
The walking gets you warm. So I didn't even bring gloves yesterday.
yeah, and inside it's obviously it's too hot to wear a jacket.
Oh, did
But
you see the
then
name
you
of?
don't. Oh, that's the exact point where I took off my jacket because I was too hot.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't necessarily remember exactly what happened, but the
But
reason that you
I
start talking about the thing that
it's the same
your
thing.
subconscious has
Mm-hmm.
a complete registry of every single thing that happened.
Yeah, that
And
might be true.
and if they, because they know how to sort of like hypnotize you, and you can go back and reverse and say exactly what you saw, like each person, what they wore.
It was really surprising because I didn't think about this specific time in here in the video where we walked that I was too hot. But I did talk about it just now at the same time that I did
Because
remove the jacket.
because in your
It's weird.
subconscious mind, you know that that's when you remove the jacket. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. We record much more information than is accessible.
What are you looking at here?
I don't remember what it was. No. Some sort of.
I like the name that we call all the little stuff.
What do we call it?
It's a word that I don't think anybody knows. So
What do we?
Pitchefkes.
Pitchefkes, I think, is in Yiddish.
Yiddish.
I think so. Or sometimes I say huina,
No, that's
which is a Russian term.
No, you don't say it. We usually say Pitchefkes.
I think it though. I think it in my mind. I think huina, which is like basically all sorts of little
Small stuff.
like crap.
No, it's like small
tchotchkes, I guess.
stuff that isn't very important.
Yeah. Like sort of, yeah, I guess like trinkets or, but trinkets in
I
a
like the
cheap
word.
sense.
Some of the like Yiddish words are used in English. So
And they also
not
they're
this?
onomatopoeias. Like they sound like the thing that they are. Some of
Yeah,
them.
it sounds like something small and cute.
Yes. So does tchotchke. I don't know what language that comes from though.
Probably Russian as well.
Tchotchke. It sounds Russian.
Sounds Russian. The other a bit disappointing thing about the con is I didn't see almost any book vendor except of the one that sold the art books.
So tchotchke, by the way, sorry to interrupt, but tchotchke is also Yiddish.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying that we didn't see any book vendors
Well, there was the
they
art books.
except of the art books, and we saw a lot of comic vendors that sold single issues.
Yeah.
There was big ones, a lot of single issues, but I didn't see any books like trades or graphic novels except of the art books and Artist Alley where people sold their own stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, we didn't see. And usually at cons, there is a probably one or two or three sellers that sell like books, graphic novels, trades, and also the publisher themselves, they have books to sell.
I don't
Like
remember
Image
seeing
Boom, yeah, they have like
at this one.
no, there wasn't any. That's what I'm saying. Which is, I don't know, to call it Comic Con and not have even one seller of comics. It's
I'm not sure there was no sellers of
they
comics,
were, but
but
only single issues.
and
Only
also
single issues.
whatever was there, it was really sidelined. It wasn't the main focus
No,
of.
the vendors of the comic books of the single issues were in the middle of the show.
Yes,
They
okay.
and there were big ones, but only I never buy single issues, so I'm
Yeah.
only looking for trades or graphic novels,
Hmm.
and I didn't find
What
any
was the
of them.
first word you used? Only looking for what?
Trades is where they take like all the single issues and combine them
Okay, I didn't
to
know that
one.
they called it that. Yeah. Oh, what the video just jumped for a moment?
It's called trade paperback. So
Okay.
it's like all the books that you see from Image. So
Mm,
Image, most of their books are coming out as single issues,
right.
and after like 4 or 5 or 6 issues, they do a trade of all the six
Why do they
issues.
call it trade? Do you know?
It's called trade paperback. Um,
Just someone,
why? I don't know. You can look it up. I don't
because
remember the
trade
reason
means
to trade. Yeah,
bartering.
it sounds as if it means the single issues because it's trade and people trade them. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but I didn't see any of these here. Most of the comic sellers were probably owned by bookstores, like comic book stores that sell only back issues and single issues.
I actually I want to go as a character to TCAF. Do you think I could do that? Do you think it's going to be cosplay at TCAF
I
or?
think TCAF is more directed to like creators and it's less commercial as these shows. So if you want to do cosplay, I think it's better to do it for Fan Expo than
All right, Fan Expo.
probably
Okay.
for or C2E2, which we're gonna
I'll
go
tell
to.
you what.
Do you have anything in mind, like
I
for?
do. I have something in mind. I'll run it past you, okay? Let's see if I remember the name. Blah blah blah. Okay, so from Jujutsu Kaisen,
Oh yeah, I know who you're
do you
talking
know
about. The
who?
one with a weapon covered in zebra pattern
How did
or
you know?
tiger, because I know you like the character.
Yeah, but I
I drew a card of him once, right?
but I like Gojo. I thought you were gonna guess Gojo.
No, I know I knew that you're talking about this guy.
And Nanami, I think his name is. Let me show. Why are you
Just
laughing?
because it was the first card I
Can it? Why
took
isn't it?
out.
It's not on an autofocus. Well, I think his name is Nanami. Well, and now, yeah, it's gone nuts. I really like that. Is that a commission?
No, it's just I think
Nanami?
2025. I don't know.
Let me
I
see.
think I've done
Nanami
I think I've done
Ju.
just some
Yeah,
cards.
Nanami.
I don't know why I did
Kento
these.
Nanami is his name. Very cool. I
I
mean,
actually forgot that I have these but I need to remember to bring them to C2E2.
So I need to go to a thrift store to get. Yeah, the brightness is turned way up. I don't think that's gonna show, but I need to go to a secondhand store.
If I won't be too tired to do that, I can put an image of Nanami on the screen.
Yeah,
So you
maybe.
don't.
Yeah, if I angle it, yeah, I angle it. So Nanami has like this sort of coach jacket with a lapel, and it's gray. He has sort of sunglasses that look a little bit like pilot type glasses, a little
I
bit.
really like his weapon.
And then the
His weapon is
tie,
cool.
that's something that I might need to paint myself because he has a pattern on the tie and he has the pattern on the weapon. I think the weapon is a cleaver, like
Cleaver
a
is
meat
cool.
cleaver, maybe.
Mm.
Some
But
sort of
wrapped with a fabric with a
zebra
tiger or
zebra print, I
zebra
think.
or tiger.
Yeah. Here, maybe this is dark enough of an image. Yeah, I don't know. We had to turn the brightness up in this video for ourselves, this camera, because we had some like, I guess,
Waviness.
refresh rate issues with the lights. Um, what's it called? Not refresh rate. There's a word for it.
I don't know. So this is the part where
Strobe issues, maybe.
we're walking in the artist alley area.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think that was the interesting part of the show because we did see some interesting stuff. It's not a big artist alley area. It's pretty small. I think it's the smallest we've ever seen at a con.
Yeah.
But it's not like we have a lot of experience
I mean,
with cons.
we
No,
do though. We've been
that's
to like
not a lot.
we've been to at least 5 big cons, I think.
Yeah, I think the smallest one we've been to is Baltimore, probably, and the Artist Alley area there is basically all the entire con in Baltimore. And the con itself is smaller than this, but the Artist Alley area is much, much bigger.
Yeah, it was more creator oriented,
Yeah,
for sure.
Here,
I really like the con in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think it was one of the best ones.
The city itself, not so much.
No,
It felt weird. I think we talked about it probably.
About
but
this topic.
I really like the colors on this. Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool. Ricky Lima. I most of the people there, I looked at the names and I didn't recognize the name, but the names, only some of them,
Yeah.
maybe just a few. I do I know the guys from Raid,
Yeah.
which is gonna be up next, I think. But other than that, I did. Oh, this is a book here I saw that I wanted to look through, but
It was locked up in a cage.
Yeah, I think it was locked.
So it looks like you can just grab the book from that sort of single shelf and look at it, but you can't. You can tell now. There's it's made out of metal, the rack, and I guess when he sets up his display, he slides it in from the back and top, and then it locks somehow. So you can't just take it out. It's more for just to display the covers, and he didn't have any of those books on the table.
Yeah. No.
So we couldn't buy it or look through it, and he was also busy speaking with
I
someone.
was actually trying to. I think I was looking for a rack like this.
Oh, yeah.
To have at a show.
You could definitely.
I don't think I found anything.
Probably find one on one of the like Temu or Amazon.
Yeah, I was looking. I was looking for stuff like this because we don't really have anything to. We do have these like.
Yeah. No, you definitely need like a sturdier, bigger rack.
Oh, I knew Jeff Isherwood, which is here on the left.
Did you say hi?
No, I didn't. I didn't mean I knew him
personally.
personally. I knew of him.
Right.
I'm just saying that some of the names I did recognize, but a lot of them I didn't.
I just got a message. I ordered an airbrush booth from Amazon 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and I just got a message that it arrived, so I can go downstairs and get it from the concierge.
And of Mike Del Mondo, I didn't know.
Yeah, these people
And
the names seemed familiar to me because I watch sort of the same YouTube videos that you do along with you.
yeah,
And I've heard or seen these names before, but I don't necessarily always know who they belong to or what the art type
oh,
associated with it is.
his art, Lindsay
Yeah.
Genoy, what's his
Uh,
name?
Janoy Lindsay,
Genoy.
maybe?
I really liked his stuff.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
stuff is really,
yeah.
really
I
cool.
remember this. The middle one was either the Boondocks or Afro Samurai or
Yeah, I
something.
wanted to buy something from him, but everything was either single issues or the graphic novel. The one that I'm holding right now is I don't know. It's Green Lantern. It's not really the thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So eventually I didn't buy anything, but I should have. I think I should have
Yeah.
because I really like his art.
Yeah.
The good thing about the small shows is you can, if you know there's an artist there that you like, it would be very easy to just
Start
approach them
talking
and
with
start
them. Yeah.
yeah.
This person also looks familiar to me.
Hmm.
Scott, oh, Scott Hepburn.
Yeah,
His face looks familiar, I guess, from YouTube as well.
maybe we've seen
And
him.
also Kagan McLeod.
Yeah, I didn't recognize these names specifically, but I we might have seen them before, probably somewhere.
I like the colors he uses. It's not colors that I would necessarily
Think that
choose
think that
to
they
use.
go together.
No, I know that they go together, but I like seeing them together. So yeah, do you think I should get in cosplay? I haven't done that at a con
Yeah,
yet.
why not?
It would be cool,
Yeah.
but then
Why
I
not?
guess like if I do it well enough, I'm gonna get stopped a lot for people to take.
Yeah.
But if I use a wig, I guess I could like take the wig and the sunglasses off, and then people will sort of back off if I want that to be.
I don't think people stop people a
Oh,
lot.
for sure. You see it all the
Only if
time.
it's a very like high-end
Wow. Do you
complex
think I'm gonna make it
cosplay.
look cheap?
No, I'm not saying you're gonna make it cheap, but you can like do just a cosplay that is, I don't know, just a normal
I'm
cosplay that is
definitely
not.
not gonna go online and write Nanami cosplay and buy an entire. I'm not gonna do it that way. If I do it, I'm going to.
But you can do it for a part of the con and not you
Yeah,
don't have to wear the costume
right.
all the time.
There's
That
no makeup involved in that, so that's good.
even though you might want a different hair
Oh no, I think I'm
color,
gonna have to shave my beard.
no, that's not
He
happening.
doesn't have. Yeah, I'm not allowed to.
You can be a Nanami with a beard. Why not?
No, Nanami doesn't have a beard.
So
And he's also blonde, so I have to get like a bob wig.
a bomb wig.
A bob, I think they call like the short hair wigs, I think they call them bobs, or maybe like short and also round. They
I
call
think
them
it's the
bobs.
name of the hairstyle that is looks like a helmet.
Yes,
I
yeah,
think that's
maybe.
a bomb.
Yeah. So Nanami doesn't really have a bob, but he has short blonde hair, short-ish blonde hair. The other thing would be, yeah, I could probably source this the different shirts and ties and materials.
Oh, here we get to the raid. I think it's the best. It was the best part of the entire show.
Yeah.
I think they have the best stuff in Canada, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
they have the Blitz magazine, which is somehow they give it for free. I don't know
And it's
how.
really high quality.
And here's me saying hi to Maria, right?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. I hope you didn't record the entire conversation.
I
And
mean,
if
no
yes,
one's
I'm
going to be
gonna.
able to hear the conversation. So,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
think also the battery cuts out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It cut out at that point. It wasn't the battery, it was the storage was full,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. So there's not much left to the video.
Yeah.
But before it ends, I just maybe we could like wrap it up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Um,
So basically, I think Raid was the best vendor in the entire show, and they have very cool stuff. And we got the second issue of Blitz magazine for free, and we also bought one of their anthologies.
mhm.
And I got to say hi to Ramon, which is his art. Ramon Perez. His art is very, very good.
Definitely, if you're in Toronto or the area or you're visiting here, you should definitely check Raid out. It's a very cool space that they have there.
Yeah.
And they also sell merchandise and books, and they sell empanadas
Mm-hmm.
inside as well, and I think coffee, if I'm not mistaken. There are people who work in the workspace there as well, so it's sort of like a gallery space attached to a workspace. They're really nice people, and yeah, they carry interesting books for sure.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to summarize the entire video?
I'd like to say that from
Was
what I've seen, I think I did manage to sort of capture some interesting cosplay and interesting vendors. So I hope that, yeah, that was enjoyable. And thank you for watching. Leave comments about any part of the video or whatever if you agree or disagree with any point that we made. So we haven't really been good with going back and answering the comments maybe, but we're gonna try to be
No,
better at that.
I think I have.
A little bit here and there, yeah. Definitely,
And if you don't have anything to say on the comment, you can just comment this
yeah, thumbs up
or
or
a
like the
heart.
video.
Yeah, because it's
It really helps because we've just started sort of doing this content that covers things that, yeah, like conventions and doing the live streams that are
Mhm.
also a deviation from the silent streams that you do because we have Q&As during the live streams that happen.
And also shorts.
Shorts.
At least once a week I try to edit one of the videos for at least one or two shorts.
Tune in to our live stream, which I moderate, and I funnel questions to you while you are live inking. Most of the time it's inking. That is on every Monday at 6:30 p.m. EST. You can watch them later on if you can't tune in live. They stay up on your YouTube channel, which is Nir Levy. And yeah, hope to see you next time. We're gonna film more content from conventions as they happen and put them up.
Bye.
See you, everyone.